and I never will. And I'm going to be the biggest opponent of a system of politics that has sold off working people to the highest bidder, be they corporations or billionaires or special interests that buy and sell politicians to rig the system against us. And I think what's worrying to a lot of Democrats is that I'm going to upset the apple cart. Look, I love my party, but I want my party to be better. And I've been up and down my state, 101 different cities, 400 public events, and the voters who make our party what it is are sick and tired of leadership that seems to want to ask for corporate money on one side and then deliver corporate results, even while they're telling us that they want to fight for working people. If we're serious about winning, I think the only folks that we should be paying attention to are voters, and that's how I'm running this campaign, and I think that's why we're having such success.
Well, I mean, the chief criticism, not the chief criticism, one of the criticisms from the other Democrats that you're running against has been that you make big promises, but they've argued that they're not realistic. And Debbie Stabenow, who obviously represented Michigan in the Senate for 24 years, she's endorsed one of your opponents, and she said of you and your candidacy, it's not just thinking with our hearts, but with our heads. We have to be strategic and purposeful right now. What do you think she means by that?
Well, I don't mean to speak for her, and I'm grateful to her for her service. I've been thinking with my head for quite a long time now. I did 2 doctorates. I'll also tell you, though, that this is not that complicated. We're never going to get the things that we don't fight for. And for too long, we've had politicians who are hedging their bets. They ask corporations for their money here, special interests for their money here, and then voters for their votes here, only to realize that you can only please one master. And I think what she's talking about is this notion that Michigan is this quote-unquote purple state. I've never seen a purple person, and if they are purple, you probably should give them a Heimlich maneuver. This is more about actually fighting for the things that people need and deserve. Across my travels in my state, I've met people who voted for Trump, I've met people who voted for Vice President Harris, and the thing they all agree with is that life has gotten too expensive. They worry that politicians don't actually pay attention to them anymore, whichever party they belong to, and they're afraid they can't see a doctor. So I think we need to get serious about actually fighting for solutions to those problems, come what may. And I think that's what's going to give us a win. And the last thing I'll say is this. Michigan went for Bernie Sanders in 2016, and then Donald Trump, and then Joe Biden, and then Donald Trump again. Michiganders don't want perfectly inoffensive. They just keep going to the buffet and finding nothing that they actually want. And I'm trying to give that to them.